All right, we want to start with a big round of applause.
Hi guys, first we want to start with a big round of apology that we've come so late. We were actually in Noida and we got further delayed, but thank you for being here and thank you for still having this enthusiasm. Thank you.
Wonderful. You know, I was going to ask for a big cheer for Deepika and Ranbir, and I was just, before you guys came, I was chatting to them, so I said, who's going to cheer loud? Who are you going to cheer louder for, Deepika or Ranbir? Can you guess that the loudest cheer came for Imtiaz? It was mind-blowing. All Imtiaz fans!
Hello, can you hear me? I think that's because Neha is here. She must have done something to
Neha
influence
must
that.
have bribed them, and Neha is loud enough to just cheer alone for you and outshout all of them. Neha, better now. Okay, great. I know you must have had a tiring day because how many studios have you guys been to since morning?
Not as many as we usually do, and so it's been pretty good. And also promoting with Imtiaz is always fun because he makes it fun. You know, it's also about not just marketing your film but really having fun with it.
Sure. Listen, we are live streaming this. Can I please request for silence? Thank you. So I just wanted to ask you about this train journey because that, of course, is the talking point and everyone's been no problems. We heard that it was something that you wanted to do and then Ranbir thought of...
Yeah, it's... see, one of the common things amongst all three of us is that we're very passionate about traveling, food, sports. I think there's like a couple of common things amongst the three of us that we're really passionate about, we keep talking about. And many a times we've spoken about trains and the train journey and various experiences, the food on a train. Yeah. And so literally 1.5 days before, which was on Saturday, we anyway were coming to Delhi on Monday. So we said, why not make it fun and experience it together? I think that was the idea, just to experience it together. Like we have experienced many other things together for the first time, to make that train journey special.
And was it the first way? Ranbir, have you ever travelled by train?
Yes, of course.
Before this?
Not much. I remember when I was in the school football team, for Anglo-Indians we went to Devlali. But that is one train journey I remember in India. Then of course I tried to go to college by train, but the evening traffic really scared me coming back. But this was amazing because to do such a long journey, not very long, but like that 15-17 hours that we were in the train, it was really comfortable.
Sheetu has done a film in the train, so Chennai Express ke baad, I think trains...
Yeah, that too. But also we've all travelled, I've travelled a lot by train when I was in the state team for badminton, for all the sports that I've played, and other than, of course, the school excursions. Yeah. But I've travelled a lot by train, because when you're in the team, that's the only way to travel.
Was it tough controlling the crowds? This time when you guys came to New Delhi railway station is one of the most crowded, I must tell you, by the way. हमारे photographer का जूता फट गया है. We will send you a claim because the media was going completely crazy. So I don't know where all he had to climb and take a picture. But the people must have been completely taken by surprise.
The platform wasn't really very crowded at that point of time. And there was a lot of and very good security arrangement. But it was not a very big challenge. We just managed to get them.
Actually, what was more crowded was Baroda and Kota.
Yeah.
That is something where we didn't think that at 2:30 or 3 in the morning that there would be so many people. And I think they were more overwhelmed to see us in a sense. Maybe that opportunity, maybe it's not very common. So the cameras were there, but everyone was screaming so much that the questions weren't asked.
All right, so coming to the film, Imtiaz, I wanted to start by asking that an obvious question would have been, and I'm sure a lot of us prepared that early on when you signed these two, that would you expect a kind of awkwardness, etc. On the contrary, I think what's come out is taking comfort with each other to another level, because it's like chemistry, not just in the film, which one can see from the promos, but a lovely chemistry even across promotions. So while you were shooting, did this come as a pleasant surprise to you? What were you thinking casting both of them together?
Since I know them personally and I have spent time with them, spoken to them about all kinds of things, I didn't expect any awkwardness at all. I know them as people and as actors. I think they're very greedy for to just act in a movie and do it nicely and be with in a good team. And it's really, I must say that it's really, really cool, really fun being with each other. And actually that was the reason why we decided, or we latched onto this whole thing of traveling together, because time together, whether it's at work or personally, it's really a lot of fun. And fun is of a different type when we are acting. There, I know that they are very disarming as actors with each other. They trust each other. So they always have a feeling that the other is watching my back. And these things is not what people expect, given the fact that they've had a relationship in the past. But I never had the thought in my mind that there'd be any awkwardness. I knew that they would have a great time working with each other and that we'd have a very interesting time working with each other.
That shows. Great. To the both of you, in fact, I've just come from Chandigarh and I was on the flight talking to Sadaji, who's a big fan of the both of you, and I generally started asking him about what he feels as a as a fan, what does he hope from the film? So he said a very interesting thing. He's a big fan of both of you, and therefore his hopes from the film are really high. But he said कि मैं जब इम्तियाज़ जी की पिक्चर का ट्रेलर देखता हूँ ना, तो मुझे ट्रेलर से पिक्चर समझ नहीं आती. So he meant it as a compliment. जब वो what he wanted to say was, and then he quoted Love आजकल, and he said कितनी बढ़िया पिक्चर थी. जब मैंने प्रोमो देखा था ना, मुझे ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा था कि ये कहाँ से कहाँ भाग रही है. And as artists, you would understand what he wanted to say. As a layperson, so there's no natural, we've understood the story by just looking at the promo. So now coming to the narration, when he would have done that and when he did that, what was your first thought about the film, and did you get it in an instant in terms of what he was planning to do with it, or is it a tough, complicated film to understand?
When Imtiaz spoke to me about the film, it was right after the release of Rockstar. He just had a basic idea of who we are in our lives at this present moment and who we should be, to bring out the best version of ourselves. So it just started with that thought. It was very, very just a single line. And I've seen that whole process, from that line to writing the first scene, to writing a script, then going and shooting it, and then finally seeing it. We just saw it a couple of days back. So I've been privy to this entire process of making this film. He has stories to tell. He has something to tell through his films, which will entertain you, which will engage you, which will make a positive influence in your life. You will take something nice from an Imtiaz Ali film. You can trust him. When you are at the cinemas for the 2.5 hours, you can trust this man, okay, these 2.5 hours I'm giving him, he will give me something worth my money.
Absolutely.
And we are fans, of Imtiaz Ali, and getting the opportunity to work with him, and also twice, I consider myself really lucky, and I hope that we get more opportunities like this in the future also.
Super. Deepika, what was your thought when he told you the story for the first time?
I actually came on board without hearing. I didn't know much of the film, honestly.
Wow.
I mean, not at the time that he called. Actually, Ranbir was the first one to call me up. I was shooting for Chennai Express, I remember, and Ranbir called me up and said that they're doing a movie together and that he might most probably call me for it. But I mean, so inside, of course, I was really, really excited, but you can't take these things for granted sometimes because anything is possible. Then he finally called me and he said, "Aisa hai." He said some things I can't say, but
What did I say?
I'll tell you.
That's exactly what we want to know.
I don't know. He's like, I don't know. Huh? Bol do? It's there. Okay, we are making this film. अब ऐसा है कि I don't know how much there is for you to do. So you can not do it. It's fine. It's totally cool. I'll understand. I was like, is this even a conversation we're having? You're doing a film. You've called me. I'm doing it. I don't know what the character name is. I don't know what this girl's journey is going to be. I don't know if you're going to give me one scene as a guest appearance, or are you going to give me like whatever. It's fine. I want to do it.
Wonderful. Let's hear to that. I think that's the trust that, you know, always a filmmaker would want to see in the eyes of his.
Then later, then when I came back, then I went and met him, and then I sort of got the narration, and I was already on board. So yeah.
How is it like shooting in so many exotic places? I mean, just by looking at the promo one, you know, it's sometimes tough to just keep looking at you guys and then not look at the scenery behind.
No,
Because it's just so pretty.
That's another delicious lollipop that he always gives us, actors. He takes us to such wonderful places. In this film, we went to Corsica, Simla, we discovered a new Delhi, we went to Japan, Tokyo. And the good thing about Imtiaz also, I mean, I don't want this to be just like us speaking, like praising each other, but the good part about traveling with Imtiaz is he likes to experience the local culture of the place we're in. So the local food, the local people, you know, and really understand that and feel the culture, because as actors, we can take so much and we can put that in our work. So it's always great to shoot in these exotic places. In this film it was Corsica, which was amazing, you know, because Corsica is a place that we probably have heard in asterisks in Corsica and stuff like that, but we won't really go there because there's so many other places to go to. But really, such a wonderful place. If you guys ever plan to go on a holiday, Corsica is up on the list.
You've done wonders to their tourism potential. But Imtiaz, does that make you an expensive director? The fact that you'd like to shoot in all these lovely locations? Because yesterday I was having a conversation with the producer, and I know Sajid gives a free hand when it comes to these things, but the cost of the film, which depends a lot on the locations where you, is also now playing a huge factor in terms of our actual derivatives of what a 100 crore, 200 crore, 300 crore film is making. How expensive a director are you for the producer?
What I try to do is hold a certain value to what a location is going to bring to the film. And a good location is something that is very good and it brings more value than the money that it takes, just like a good actor is. So if I'm sure about the value, then I go for it. And then it might be Corsica, which is expensive, or it might be any other place.
Oh, there's a lot of domestic within India shoots that you've done for the film. Yeah. So that
Yes,
kind of,
yeah.
but and still brought such a lovely scenery here to the.
And also shooting in Delhi, you know, we did Rockstar together, and there was a different side of Delhi. This side, he really explored the corporate side of Delhi, you know, the Gurgaon side of Delhi. And any place that Delhi has, you know, there's some culture, you know, which is very different from like central Delhi or even CP or Noida or Gurgaon. So I'm really happy that we got to see a different kind of a Delhi in this film.
Who thought of Tamasha as the title? You did?
Yeah, I did, I think.
It wasn't the working title originally.
It wasn't the working title. The working title was Window Seat.
Because that's where you conceptualize.
The window
Yes.
seat of a train and not a plane.
Wow. All right, back to the trains.
You should definitely give me a chance to praise them now that they've praised me so much.
No,
That's the deal. We were discussing
so
in the car.
my next question to Imtiaz is to tell us one thing that annoys you the most about Deepika and Ranbir.
About Ranbir as well?
Both, yes.
Just one.
Okay, there he goes.
What annoys me is that, actually, and this is the truth, when I'm working with both of them, when I work with both of them together this time, I always felt that whatever I might ask of them, what if there is more for them to give me or to give the scene? So I used to give very difficult instructions, and then they would do it. Then I would feel, oh, I'm actually being under potential. I'm not being able to draw as much as possible from them. So what else should I ask them to do? And they would do it, and then I would feel that my instruction is not good. Let me actually improve that in order to meet their standards. And whether you believe it or not, Ranbir and Deepika, that has happened many times.
Wow.
Where I felt that maybe I'm being superficial. And so I need to go down to the depth and try to understand where Ranbir and Deepika might be in their minds.
I think he's answered what annoys him about himself more than.
No, but it's very annoying to think that I'm very superficial. I'm not being able to match their standards.
Sure.
One thing that annoys me about Imtiaz, and this is a secret about Imtiaz, is that if you meet him right after breakfast time, for that 1.5 hours, he will talk non-stop. Because that's the time he has so much of energy and information to give you. So that 1.5 hours post breakfast time, if Imtiaz catches you, he'll just talk.
Super. One thing in which I'm sure Ranbir is now doing better from the perspective of a filmmaker is not take smoke breaks, because we've just got to know that he's quit smoking. So can we please... अब ऐसा ना हो कि look at Deepika's laughter because he may have just had a smoke outside.
No.
But
You know, to be honest, and I want to say this, I've been a big smoker for a good amount of my life. I don't want to say how many years. And it's been 3 months since I kicked the habit. I may take, 1 or 2 illegal drags from people, but it's the best thing that I've done in my life.
Super.
It's and I hope that if you guys also are smokers, try and quit it.
Perfect. So you all have been here for Stars in the City, so you know that these fans are dying to ask you some questions, and I'll start. Okay, so we will start with Karishma. Karishma Kapoor, in fact. You get teased about your name?
Ma'am, so many times. It's like anything that's happening in my class, it's just Karishma Kapoor, what are you doing? In the attendance time, it's like Aishwarya, Rahul or whatever, and it's like Karishma Kapoor.
चलो अब तो तुम रिश्तेदार से पूछने वाली हो questions.
No, ma'am, no रिश्तेदार.
Okay, who's your question for? Deepika.
It's for Deepika, ma'am. Ma'am, what is your fondest memory that you've had with Ranbir sir? Any scene,
Please
any...
call me Ranbir, not...
Ranbir sir, sorry. What you've had, any scene, anything that you remember out of all the three movies now you've done with him?
She'll give a mischievous answer now. That look.
What was the... Okay. I think it was during Bachna Hasino. And I remember we were shooting in Sydney. It was like early Jan. And it was really cold. It was like very, very, very cold. And I remember that we were freezing, and it was like our second film, and we had never shot in the cold before. I didn't have enough warm clothing with me. And he came up with this idea of hot water bottles. So I thought that was really sweet, because it's something that he was doing for himself to keep himself warm. And when he realized that I was feeling cold, he sent his person to, so those small Bisleri bottles like this. So you put like boiling hot water in it, and then we'd like hold it and then like do our scene like that.
Wow.
So I remember that, and I mean, it was one of the first times that a co-star had taken care of me like that, and I'd just done one film before, and so it was very sweet of him to do that.
हिंदी टीवी चैनल होते तो वो दिन जब रणबीर ने दीपिका को बोतल में
Hot water. But having said that, I'm sure there's a lot more if I had a little more time to think about it, because he is very badmash. He's very badmash, he's very naughty.
One has always known him to be so well behaved. Look at what she's doing to the reputation. Surbhi Gupta has a question to ask of Ranbir.
My question is from Ranbir. Hi everyone. Imtiaz as a director or as a friend, who's the best?
I think Imtiaz as a friend, because he's got my back. I know that whatever happens to me in my life, if it's professional or personal, he's there just to kind of put his hand behind and give me some support.
I don't know if you guys thought that we would ask about this, but everyone seems to be, and since morning you know that people are talking about this whole, again, intolerance debate. Is there a viewpoint, strong viewpoint that any one of you has, and would you like to use this forum to...
Not really. We've been asked this question and we've been trying to dodge it all day.
I didn't know what you'd answered, so I just thought I didn't want to... If
Actually,
you had something to say, if you
not
try to
really.
dodge it, we can dodge it completely.
Yeah.
Because I just...
Dodge.
Perfect. All right, Drishti. Yes, Drishti.
Yeah, hello. Before I ask my question, I want to tell you one thing. We share a thing, 28th September,
Oh.
same birthday.
So Lata Mangeshkar, Bhagat Singh, you and me. What's your name? Drishti. That was my claim to fame always in life. In school also, ke Lata, Bhagat and me are same day.
And now I feel like Ranbir. So my question with you is that you have seen the final edit of the movie Tamasha, and what do you think about the movie?
You know, actually, I was speaking to Deepika right after I saw the movie. She called me. We were there after the screening, but she said, "What did you think?" And it's very hard to like praise your own work or say, you know, it's a great film. But it's definitely out of the 12, 13 films I've done, it's in the top favorite films of mine. You know, I feel proud that I'm part of this film. And then when you see a film like this, you get a little fearless. You know, I've had a pretty bad time at the box office in the last 2 years. So there's a lot of pressure to deliver. You know, there's so much of money riding on me on my films. But then you see a good film, you don't really care too much because you know that people are going to feel happy. You know, you're giving them an entertaining film. And if you make people happy, box office numbers will follow. So I felt really proud to be part of this film.
Superb.
I love you too.
Diligently, ekdam se aata hai jawab. Deepika, another question that probably might be dodged, but I'll still ask it. Has media been annoying you with comparisons between Ranbir, considering Bajirao is also in news right now, and
Yeah.
not too much of a difference between the release dates. So,
Yes.
take it, dodge it.
No, I'm not going to dodge it. There are, of course, it's a question, and maybe rightly so. I mean, of course, people want to know. But the way I look at it is that maybe we don't always have to compare all the time. I think their personalities, their work, their approach to their work, it's there for everyone to see. So I just don't find it necessary to constantly keep comparing A film to B film, A actor to B actor. You know, so yeah, it is what it is, and you accept it for what it is.
Absolutely. All right, Aparna has the next question.
Hello. You don't know some people exist. Like some people really exist who are madly, deeply, crazily love you guys. So how does it feel to bring smile on millions of faces?
It's the greatest feeling ever. You know, it's like, sorry. Should I answer? Yeah. Like, how do you reciprocate this? You know, we are in a profession which really takes you right up to the stars and, you know, the galaxy, and you're always flying. But you don't know how to reciprocate it because I see so much. Okay. Yes, of course. Yes, should I do it after this?
We will do that after the.
Yeah, but that's really nice. Yeah.
Thank you for this.
Thanks so much.
See now, when you show so much of love, now I don't know how to reciprocate it. I just hope that I can, yeah, that also. But I really hope that with Tamasha, you know, you have a great time at the cinemas. Okay, so at the premiere you have a great time and you feel कि यार I like this movie and I feel कि it has done something. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Superb. Chandresh has the next question to ask of Imtiaz.
Hi, sir. Firstly, thank you for taking us
Bol
to
rahe ho?
so.
Achha, sorry.
Firstly, thanks for taking us to so many locations in the world across with beautiful actors working that we are inspired to travel to all those places. So my question obviously is, which is your favorite place among all the places you have visited and where you would like to reshoot another movie or something?
Kashmir.
Kashmir, Leh in Hive. Yeah. And also coming up, do we see Highway 66 in any of your upcoming movie because which is the famous place to shoot most of the road trips? Highway 66 in US.
Yeah. Where is, what does it connect, Highway 66? I think I've gone there. Which cities does it connect?
Sorry, even I don't remember, but yeah. Because most of the movies are related to
I'd like to
road
shoot
trips.
on Highway 1 in the US.
Oh.
that goes from LA to San Francisco. I think that's a very, very nice route to shoot on. But I must say that this whole thing, like you're thanking me for going to such exotic locations with such beautiful people and shooting. But you do know that I do it for myself, and it's and it's kind of a byproduct that you get to see it. But imagine I actually go there. And I want to thank all the viewers who watch my movies for allowing me to go there to such places with such beautiful people. Because if you are not going to watch it, I'll not be allowed to make them anymore.
Definitely, we watch and we got inspired to travel to all those places. So we actually visited Leh, Rajasthan after your movie Highway. And maybe now next is,
Corsica, you must go to Corsica.
yeah, if budget allowed, yes.
If budget allows, yes, yeah. It's not very expensive. It is budget friendly. What you need to do when you're traveling in Europe is plan your trip very well. I mean, you know, if you know where you're staying and you'll get the right deals everywhere, you'll be able to do it very nicely.
That's good advice. Aishwarya Raval.
Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. First of all, I cannot speak anything because I'm busy staring at you people. And I don't know, I'm out of words. And before asking, I do really respect your work, first of all. And sir, we have seen your movies and we really like your movies. And sir, before asking my question, I just want to tell one thing, that we both are best of friends since past 8 years. And what thing we have in common is like a huge crush on Ranbir Kapoor. We seriously love you, sir.
I love you too.
Seriously
Thank you.
love
Thank you.
And my question is like, what is the toughest part when you both are working with Imtiaz, sir?
The toughest part is actually that Imtiaz doesn't take upar se kaam. You know, he really likes his actors, music, everybody, you know, his cinematographer to actually surrender to the movie. And he does that very seamlessly because he has such a strong story to tell and you want to be part of that journey and that vision. And when you come out of it, and right now when we're sitting talking about the movie, that's the only thing I have. You know, it's your love and it's the experience of a movie that I've done. And if I can feel both these things, these two are the greatest feelings in the world.
So my hands are shivering right now. So can I hug you like?
Okay. एक के बाद एक hugs आ गए. अब we will do hugs afterwards. Okay. No, Deepika, I wanted to know from you also the toughest thing about Imtiaz as a director.
His muscles.
No, he has really soft arms.
I disagree.
Thing.
No, he has strong arms. ये तलवार से शेव करता है.
Overdose.
The toughest thing about Imtiaz, when working with him, the process of performing is not easy. So he's not someone who's just like ऊपर से चलो 2 shot 3 shot कर लिया और बस चलो आगे बढ़ो. He's not like that. He's very persistent. He's not going to give up till he gets what he wants. And he'll give you tough situations. He'll hold your hand through it. He'll guide you through it, all of that. But he doesn't give up till he's got what he has in mind and what he's looking for.
Amazing. Great. All right, so the last question is from Soumya. Soumya had a spinal cord surgery and she couldn't, I mean, we had to actually literally carry her over here, but she wanted to...
Where is she?
She's here.
Oh, okay.
But she just didn't want to miss the chance because she gave the right answer.
Huge fan of you all. I think this is the best trio of Bollywood.
I think so. This is the best trio I've been a part of.
Yeah.
Is trikon a right word to use?
Triangle.
Yeah.
It's the wrong word to use.
Guys, I
Trimurti is a good word.
Trimurti.
It's fine.
So my question is for you.
No, what is the other word she used in English studio?
Tikdi.
Tikdi. What is tikdi?
Tikdi is again a trio. Yeah.
So my question is for you.
Yes.
Sir, how do you manage to bring such beautiful stories in your every movie? I mean, we are such a big fan of your each movie, and
I really don't know. I think I'm interested in people. That's a blessing. I think we share that we are interested in people. I'm interested in what's happening around me. And I'm always imagining beyond what I'm actually seeing as well. So these movies that you see, these stories that you hear that come from me, actually originate from my own fascinations. So I guess since I'm interested in it, and it kind of nurtures in the mind and the heart for a long time, it comes out in a way that some people might like them.
You're
I
a
think it's-
genius.
Arey, nahin, please don't say that. You don't even know. I am somebody who has a lot of doubt and about myself, and I'm constantly riddled with insecurity within myself. There's nothing like called genius or anything of that sort. You just have to surrender and keep trying to improve yourself.
Sir, you're a genius.
One thing that you
Yes, you are.
I think one thing that you've got bang on is the knack of choosing right people, because this such love that comes out from your actors about what you do, and I think that trust, that belief,
And all of
is
them,
so
if you
visible,
speak to
so
if you speak to
evident.
Saif, if you speak to Kareena, you speak to Alia, you speak to Randeep, everybody, they all actually get upset if he doesn't cast them again. There's that feeling. So when we have that similar feeling, if Imtiaz is making a movie, the entire film industry, all the actors are sitting next to the phone कि अभी इम्तियाज का phone आने वाला है. And then
रणबीर ने फोन
You have
दीपिका
to
को
ask me
करवा
those
दिया,
मैंने
पता नहीं कितने लोग वेट कर रहे थे.
मैंने hijack कर दिया. I have made sure कि as we finish a movie, we already started discussing a new story. So that process is always on.
Great. So, so there's a small ritual that we've started doing in Stars in the City. I don't know if any, the one sessions that you've attended earlier. We want to challenge the HT City Fever team, challenges the team that comes here for just one round of dumb charades, like a really quick one. And we're going to do that with the three of you today. So, Samar, first we want one of you to enact for the other two. So we'll give you the film. Samar. Yes. And Hindi.
How many words? One.
One word.
One word.
Hindi. You.
मैं. अच्छा. अमिताभ बच्चन की फिल्म है.
Amitabh Bachchan, small, short,
गोविंदा.
young, when he was young. Abhishek
Abhishek Bachchan.
हाँ.
Okay. The first film.
अरे refugee.
You're very good with it. Very good. You want to, okay, so who's coming from HT City to take the challenge? Now you get.
Okay, cool.
Now we all can guess.
तो आप यहाँ
How many words? Is it like nearly over? Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
No, he.
Pani, Goa.
लक्ष्मण रेखा.
First word is Agra.
That's not the first one.
That's a South side actor. You don't know. Okay, what's fourth? Diwali.
Nice. Yeah, we trusted Sonal to know the answer.
Kind of a bit. No, because when we do a Chichora contest where we only give Dada Konke type films. So I've heard of this name. Never saw
Very
the
well
movie,
done.
by the
No,
way.
well done, Sonal. Very well done.
Favorite kind of. Okay.
Hindi? Yeah, 2 words.
Yeah, his previous film.
My previous film is Bombay Velvet.
Your name is what?
Johnny.
Radha.
Listen, shoot or did they do this when you were shooting for Tamasha? This is
मैंने तो पूरी फिल्म की, I have not spoken a dialogue, so I have good practice.
Alright, आपके पास टाइम है तो हम एक और राउंड कर सकते हैं. हाँ, no, I just thought आपकी टीम मुझे गुस्से से बोलेगी कि टाइम खत्म हो गया. Who's coming? Samarth.
What, that long? Is it a sentence?
Is it Dada कौन के? Again? Okay. No, we don't know. तुम yes, no नहीं कर सकते. 4 words.
No, 5 words.
Journalists fail it. First half. घड़ी.
Cheating.
Time. B.
First half is B. Now you're saying second half.
No. Beanie.
Beena. Pen. Arthritis.
Okay, that's obscene. Bikini is the first word.
Bikini is second word.
मतलब हम पूरी रात यहाँ बैठ सकते हैं. एक टाइमर चीज भी होती है.
आपकी स्पेशलिटी किस टाइप की मूवीज में है? अभी तो मैं देखना शुरू कर रही हूँ. Shady film. Bikini is second. Don't film.
No bikini. सोना शबनम.
Leila.
कपड़े नहीं है.
Okay.
न्यूड. को हिंदी में.
No.
उतार. भाई बिकिनी उतारो. बिकिनी उतारो.
तो आई थिंक मैम टाइम इज अप. ये जो मूवी टाइटल्स है हमने तमाशा में यूज किए थे, जहाँ दीपिका और मैं ऐसे गाड़ी में बैठे हैं, वी कीप सेइंग दीस डिफरेंट टाइटल्स ऑफ फिल्म्स. सो एक था घाघरे में धूमधाम एंड दिस इज ये बिकिनी अब नहीं टिकनी.
That's funny.
But
Is that a
very well
natural
done.
film?
It's a forthcoming film.
Yeah, right.
Directed by इम्तियाज अली.
After Tamasha.
And he's the beginning.
And one for him. But फिर अब हम नहीं लेंगे challenge. Now the last one for इम्तियाज.
One word.
Hindi. आधा.
Long word. Half.
First half.
Half. First half, second half. First half. To throw.
Spray.
To
बिखेरो.
hay.
Spread.
Grass. Hay.
दाना.
Ow.
स्प्रिंकल. ये जो वर्ड बोले हम हिंदी में बोले.
Grass. Dew.
मिट्टी. मड. धूल.
Dust.
घास.
Dry.
गंध.
Gaddar.
गद्दर. Go.
Sorry. G.
सेकेंड हाफ. चुप. गुपचुप.
Goo something shoe. G.
Goosh.
G something.
Sure.
and sure.
It ends with sure. अभी
Yeah.
मिडिल पार्ट. गुजारिश. गर्दिश.
Oh.
Amazing. A big round of applause for these two. I think you know your craft and you know your knowledge of your domain, which is superb. Thank you so much. Just as a